How are you all doing, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. This is going to be a grind guide. Now, let's face it, it's not been incredibly good news when it comes to raising alts for gifting. So this has meant that a lot of players are going to feel like, well, what do I do when it comes to gifting, getting units? And this is what I wanted to do, is put together a little grind guide video of how to accumulate a large volume of units in a very short space of time. And the way I've scheduled this video is that it should be released on December 2nd. So December 2nd, which is Thursday, and this should chart a process between December 2nd and the 3rd of January. Very important, because that is the preparation time between now and the end of gifting, giving you some extra time in order to grind out some of the things that we're going to talk about, how to grab these units, where to go. Is it just about arena? No, it's not, and that's what we're going to do in this video. You have 32 days in which to grind a high volume of units to then put that into your investment of your main account. Because let's face it, this gifting has not been great for those that have just made old accounts, and in particular made them on around the 20th of November of this year. Now, Kabam have got you sorted with various different types of events. If you've seen previous videos I've posted, then you'll know that there's Alliance, normally, gifting event Alliance milestones, and also a little bit of units that comes off of the back of the solo milestones, which should equate to 550 for the Alliance one, which is normally 275 times 2, and also a little 40 unit start point when it comes to your solo milestones. Then we go into things like the Dethroned solo event, which I've guesstimated there's going to be 60 units. Let's face it, do we think Kabam are going to give more than 15 unit increments a time? I doubt it, but if they give more, then of course this is going to be beneficial to players. There's also going to be 32 solo events, which you can look to do 25 units a time, which grind back 800 units to the player. This is great, and it can pick and choose when you're going to be grinding out certain content, whether or not it's event quest completion or whether or not it's other things as well. The other bonus side of things is that there is going to be monthly stuff on. Normal, you can auto fight through that. Heroic, pretty much through that. And especially when it comes to Master and Uncollected, players can scoop up a good chunk of units without having to reinvest it. If you are worried about reinvesting into things like your Revive and Health Potion, then do indeed look to like older content. And one thing that I do try and do from time to time is go back to like here. Like I've got a particular piece of content which I return back to, which is Act 3.2.6, the Thanos Enters quest, and in that I normally pick up myself a Revive, and if I'm lucky a full energy refill, which is great because I won't need to spend the units when it comes to this month, because I think I'm stacking a good amount of full energy refills, which are going to be beneficial for me moving forward. So you've got 10 of 10 there, and you can see I'm stacking when it comes to my level 1 revives, and I haven't touched my level 2 revives there. So it's all beneficial, and it's all part of this process that I'm referring to. The other part of this is that something that I'm an advocate of is going back to lower content, in particular classics of variants. These are always good to open up just in case you have some kind of like dual targets you've got to face off against, and you can see like here, like I always can return back. If I'm, I don't know, doing something, I might just put this on auto. If I'm doing some housekeeping, I'll put that on auto and like go through some quests and 100% it. It's kind of like less of a grind, especially the lowers, and allows you to scoop up some stuff in chapter 1, chapter 2 without just any kind of effort, just auto fighting, and you pick up some units. Going through a variant classic in 100% will get you 150 units, the same way that it'll get the same units in some of the other event difficulties. And also something to not forget is the calendar. On a monthly basis, Kabam do give you in your normal calendar, and I think this is the same for all rarities of progression, is 100 units based on the day 6, 13, 20 and day 27 respectively. So there is options available for you when it comes to like not putting quite so much effort. And as well, if you've got the daily card, then it can be good, but if you're free to play standpoint, which I do try, and I did try first off to model this on, that's something to bear in mind. Yes, you can spend to get units, that's down to a player perspective, but if you're free to play, then obviously you need that process, and that's what we've indeed put together in here. And the reason I've called it kind of non-arena areas is that the Dethroned solo event does require you to do arena, so that's something to bear in mind. either way, we could say 2,300 units is what you've got on offer from that standpoint. And then we look on adding on top an arena grind schedule. Now, the point of recording this video, which is Tuesday, 30th of November, I've already started a process of putting in little increments of time based on my availability to do something with Summoner Trials. And this is, again, starts the basis of the extent of what you can grind and adding to that 2,300 units. And that is just down to where and what you can do. The milestones for the new arenas break down relatively fairly. I think Summoner Trials is normally the best. I mean, you can see on screen right now the breakdown of these milestones being that you have 20 milestones for Summoner Trials, which is the 1 to 4 stars being in use, and 13 going upwards to 14 units, 270 units per cycle. There's going to be 9 cycles between the 2nd of December and the 3rd of January. Again, that is what we're talking about here. That's when the gifting event is going to end, the 3rd of January. And this is me giving you a fair warning that you do have time to grab a volume of units to help out towards your gifting event entry. You know, and also give you, like, you know, you can get units. It's, you know, you don't have to worry about your ults. You can focus on your mains and kind of trading gifts off of that. Same thing with the basic arena. The basic arena does, for the milestones, give you a good amount of back. But here's the thing, you may not have an interest to actually grind some of these arenas out. And I respect that, you know, I'm probably going to be the same, but I am going to be more, I'd say, active with grinding in December. I'm going to be making loads of videos, but at the same time, I'm going to try and grind out as much as possible with MCOC. This does put things into perspective when it comes to trying to prepare a grind schedule. Now, following a perspective from somebody else in the community that does a lot of grinding, so shout out to Corey for sending this through, something that we do refer back to quite a bit because it's a process that works for him. And that's the thing, if you've got here, he does arena, 4 hours tops over 3 days, 6 stars feature twice a day, just run rank 3s to rank 2, 6 stars, usually hit all milestones before 3rd day arena, which is 135 units. Following again the process here, like basic twice a day, just run rank 5 stars, same as 6 stars feature usually done before third day of arena, 135 units. And again, I'm not going to read out the full process, but you can really get an idea of how this works for him, his roster, and what is the potential outcome. And we're going to have a look at some other kind of like scenarios as well with the grind. But essentially, we're talking about a high volume of grab of milestones, especially from the solo events, and as well from the arena, giving here like estimations of 1,716 units weekly, and will vary obviously with unit luck drop with certain things, and upwards, you know, 1,891 per week. You know, that is high volume, and that does put into like a really great perspective if you are looking to grind. But as well, there may be like a lot lower interest of grind, which I'm gonna look into right now. So we got here some scenarios. So between December 2nd and January 3rd 2022, there's going to be, you know, some options. My normal process when I'm doing arena, because I don't really grind arena that much because there's other stuff I want to achieve and do, that I was doing and getting 293 units per cycle. So that's basically per arena, or arenas that I was grinding. The way when I say like per cycle, what I mean is like going, okay, well, Thursdays through to like the 3-day cycle of arenas, then the next, you know, 3-day, then the next 3 days, stuff like that. So like, you know, we've got Refresh Rampage and Prime Eternal on at the moment, which will expire, and then there'll be a new arena. That's kind of like what I'm referring to when I say, you know, cycle. So from a low end standpoint, right, if you were to do 1 million points per arena, so per those 9 are coming, you would have 104 units per time, putting in 1 million points and getting 936 back. Now, here's the thing, not putting in that is not actually as difficult as you might think, especially with using some of the champions you get to use, and especially from a low-end roster, and especially for those that, you know, are like, well, I can't really be bothered with arena. Well, at least you're doing something. And do bear in mind there is a 4-star and 5-star arena, 5-star shard arena coming at some point, so you might have to kind of consider the grind, especially for the Dethroned solo event. Then you kind of like move up the scale, and this is the thing right here. This is this section, center section, where we look at the more effort you put in, the more you get back. From putting in 203 units, from doing a mid-level grind by putting in 3 mil points in the likes of basic arena, and then 1 mil in the 3 mil in the 1 mil in the basic and 3 mil into the Summoner Trials arena, then at least to kind of like go like, right, well, there's balancing as well. If you go to more of an extensive grind and look to put like 17.9 mil into your arena grind, then yeah, okay, then you are getting like a good chunk of units back from doing that perspective. And I think this is the main thing of going like, well, what does that add to the totals? Well, the totals then can look like more of a spicy option for you. And in Corey's situation, he's getting a lot more back from a more extensive, more calculated run. But that's just the thing. Everything adds up. And you could even get like a lot more than the super high grind perspective. But I'm kind of giving you like the worst case scenario. And what you could get is actually a lot better than it is. But here's the thing. You either put the time in to get the grind and get stuff back, or you put in like a mid-level grind and get something relatively all right back. The biggest thing to kind of like say is like, right, well, you will get an extra possibly 10 upwards of 15 more greater gifting crystals based on your trade, or kind of like have that extra units to then put into your points trading scenario. So it just gives you a bit of perspective. And that's all I'm trying to do with some of the content, is going like, here's some grind perspective that you could achieve something if you go and grab it. Am I going to be doing this? Slightly. I will be grinding a lot more arena, especially because at the point of recording this video, and I have bought like a couple of Cyber Weekend deals, and I have stopped because I just want to save my units just in case something happens. But I am looking to push back up my scores, which is like, I've got 6,651 units at the point of recording this video, and I want more. I want to be pushing over that 10,000 kind of marker point, but I need to put in the grind in order to get it back, especially because I don't know if I'm going to be spending. I probably will ask for iTunes vouchers for my birthday, for Christmas presents and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But apart from that, it is what it is. Good luck to you in the grind. Hope this helps out. And this doesn't include things like the tier 4 basic arena and other arenas where you could scoop up a few more units. That is down to personal perspective. And, I tried to put in like a low end grind, a kind of a with arena, without arena kind of grind perspective. So you do at the end of the day. Good luck. Good luck with spinning those arena crystals and getting those units back from that, because that will get you like right over the tallies. But again, that's down to RNG, but we'll see what happens. Hope this video helps people out and see where they could grab units this month in order to do stuff for the gifting event. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Check out some other content located on screen. See you soon. Bye bye.